Hello and welcome to this how to create a striking colour triptych video tutorial. I'm Ali Jennings and I'll be showing you how to process your images ready to lay out in this style of triptych. The final picture we're aiming for is something like this, and to get started we're going to open up our images and process them in RAW. So the first thing to do is open up your images. So if we go out to File, Open, we'll locate the images for our triptych, click Open and open those directly into Adobe Camera Raw. Now what we want to do first of all is just go through the raw processing. So we'll start off just by correcting any colour cast. Now it's a little bit tricky with these pictures because there really isn't any grey area. Now the first thing we're going to do is try to correct any colour cast or enhance the colours ready for our triptych. Now with this particular picture it's all pretty difficult because there's no real grey areas. If I did click into anywhere which is neutral colour, you can see all that colour detail is getting blown. So the easiest way to do that is just to adjust the temperature, and we just need to cool it down a little bit, which will help enhance the reds, slightly correct that colour cast, and it'll also help pull out those blues. Now the other thing I want to do is just make sure that I can see if there's any clipping going on, and I can switch on my clipping highlights by just hitting U and O. Now the shadows clipping is highlighted with blue, and as you can see here the highlight clipping is shown with the red. So what I want to do is just try and make sure that I minimize the amount of clipping within the pictures. So first of all I'm just going to reduce the exposure, and you can start to see that blue really coming out, and also that clipping highlight of the red starting to disappear. Now when I've reduced that down quite a bit, I also want to just increase the recovery, and that will really help to reduce and get rid of a lot of that clipping warning. The other thing that you'll find is if you just adjust the temperature accordingly, it'll start to warm those reds, and also it'll help to just get rid of the last of that highlight clipping. So once I've adjusted my temperature and exposure, also the recovery to get the best possible quality picture, I can then go down to the clarity and vibrance just to add a little bit of crispness to the picture, and also just to further boost those blues in the background of this picture. So once I've enhanced that one, I've got another 2 to do, and again I can see here I've got my shadow clipping, and in exactly the same way I can just start to adjust the image by using temperature, exposure, but rather than highlight recovery this time I just want to use fill light. I just want to lighten those shadows but not completely, and again just using clarity and vibrance just to really start to boost the colour. Then I want to do the same for the final picture, and once all 3 are adjusted I can select all by clicking the select all button at the top of the ACR dialog window, then click open images, and after a few moments those 3 pictures will open up with inside Photoshop Elements. Okay, I'll leave you there to get on with ACR and to prepare your images ready for laying out into this triptych.